Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another PUBG Mobile video on PC using the Tencent Gaming Buddy app. So in this video I'll discuss the minimum system requirements you need to run PUBG Mobile on PC using the Tencent emulator. So things like the minimum CPU you need, GPU, RAM, hard disk space and even internet. Second, I'll cover the best settings for low-end systems to get as smooth a gameplay as you can. And then I'll cover some common issues. For example, some people install the app and the language is set to Chinese. So I'll show you how to change it back to English. And I'll also talk about some other problems that people have and why they have those issues. So yeah, stay tuned. So first thing we'll look at is the minimum system requirements. And the CPU you need is a dual core processor from either Intel or AMD running at 1.8 GHz. On the GPU side, you need at least an NVIDIA 8600 GT or 9600 GT, AMD HD 2600 or 3600 and Intel HD 3000 or 4000. So with these GPUs, you'll get about 25 to 30 FPS on the low settings at 720p most likely. For RAM, you need at least 3 GB. 4 would be better, but minimum 3 GB. Windows 7 is the minimum operating system you need. For internet, I would recommend having at least 2 to 3 Mbps download speed. I would recommend using a wired connection, a LAN cable. If you install this over Wi-Fi with hotspot, or if you are in India, you are using Jio or something, you will have problems installing it because the connection isn't stable enough. And the download size is 1.6 GB for the 0.7 update. You need around 2.5 GB hard drive space for storage, but download itself is only 1.6. So next we'll look at how to change the language back to English if yours starts in Chinese. Sometimes some people have mentioned that when they install it, by default it installs in the Chinese language. So in order to fix this, all you need to do is click on the three lines on the top right hand side, select the third option, and over here you'll see a drop down menu. This is the language setting. English, as you can see, is the second option here. Just click that, click on save. This is the save button. Click OK, and then shut down the Tencent Buddy app from your taskbar as well and just restart it. It should work fine. So there we are. So it's now in English. So next we look at the settings, best settings for low-end systems. Once again, start up your Tencent Gaming Buddy, click on the three lines, go into settings, select engine, and in here select smart mode. For anti-aliasing, select close. For memory, choose half of what you have. So if you have 3 GB, select 1.5. If you have 4, select 2. This is because you don't want all your system RAM to be used by that Tencent Gaming Buddy. You need some for your system as well for other things. Select 2 cores if you have a 2-core system. Resolution, select 720p. If it's still laggy, select the lowest one, 1024 by 576. DPI, select something in between. This should not affect performance, but it will affect the sensitivity of your mouse. Higher value will make the mouse more sensitive, so aiming will be a bit harder. Lower will be too slow, so select something in between or whatever you're comfortable with. So yeah, so for low-end systems, smart mode, close anti-aliasing, half of RAM what you have on your system, 2 cores, 720p, and DPI is up to you. And in here in the game section, select 720p as well and display quality as auto, or you can select smooth. So because higher HD ones will need more juice from your system basically. So inside the game, just select the gear icon on the bottom right for settings, go into graphics and select smooth here. The next one is for frame rates. So the higher the value here, for example extreme will target 60 FPS and so on and so forth. Select whatever the highest option you have available. Some people have told me they don't have the extra option, so extreme option, sorry, so select ultra or high or whatever is the maximum you can see. Style, it's up to you what you like. I personally prefer colorful because things look better. Disable anti-aliasing and disable auto adjust graphics. Anti-aliasing makes the picture a bit more stable and still, so you won't see too many jagged lines. With auto adjust, what this does is if the FPS fluctuates too much, it locks it at 30. So you want that disabled as well. So For yes, for low end systems this should work well, and you should get as much as you can on based on your system. So finally, I just wanted to cover some common issues that people have. A lot of people seem to have the 98% issue where it stops at 98%. That I believe is down to your antivirus, so try to disable that and restart it. A lot of people have issues where the game downloads and then it starts downloading again. That I believe is down to your internet connection not being stable enough, so make sure you have a good connection, a wired connection, at least have a 2-3 Mbps connection, otherwise you will have those issues. If you have less than 3 GB RAM, unfortunately it's not going to work, so you need to upgrade your system, you need to have a different system. That is the minimum, so anything less than this will not work. um, Another good thing to do is, if you are having issues installing it, uninstall it from the control panel and then reinstall it. But before you reinstall it, make sure to delete the tx game download folder from the temp file, and then restart your system and then reinstall it. So hopefully that should work. So yeah, so a lot of these issues are fairly common, and most of them are because your system isn't good enough, your internet isn't good enough. So network issues, login issues, I believe error code 31 is a network issue. So some people have mentioned that it's a Windows administrator thing, so change your user and see if that helps. So hopefully, yeah, these are some of the common issues. I've also made videos showing you step-by-step installation, so you can have a look at that. And hopefully all of this helps and fixes your problem. So good luck and let me know how it goes. Thank you for watching.
Let's go!